Hi guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. For today's video, I wanted to share with you guys a I'll keep you posted video. But before we do that and before I explain what that is in case you're new here, first up, we have our water, our lemon water with our glass straw that I got from Amazon, my sister got for me. Next, I have these snacks on deck. These are cut up apples with cinnamon. I cut up, I want to say 8 apples on Sunday. Today's Wednesday. And perfect to grab and go from the fridge. So good. And oh, I'm wearing pajamas as my tops and bottoms. I will have these pajamas linked down below because they are the most comfortable pajamas ever, and they are also just, they make you look good, you know. All right, let's get started. Okay, so so last month I had the idea to round up, I want to say about 10 to 15 items and share with you guys my opinions and thoughts on them. The whole vibe of this really was the fact that every time I talk about something new or I unbox something and I'm like, I'll keep you posted, I'll keep you posted. And it's like, no, you don't. Keep us posted, please, you know? So here I am today with round 2. I'll have my previous I'll keep you posted video linked down below in the description box if you guys want to check that out. But I think I have 14 items to share with you guys. These are items that I've been using for the past 2 weeks for sure, probably more. I'll also indicate if the product was sent to me or if I purchased it myself. Also, I will have these goodies linked down below in the description box if you guys want to pick them up for yourself too. And do not be fooled by this eye look if you think it looks hot. This was literal whatever's to get here. Let me tell you, this palette sucks, and I'm going to speak about it today. First up, we have this brand new eyeshadow palette here from Ofra Cosmetics. This is the Good to Go palette. Here is what it looks like. Absolutely gorgeous. So Ofra did go ahead and send this to me, I want to say at least a week before New Year's. New Year's is when it released, so I had some time to play around with it, and I have to say, beautiful. It's not only because they sent it over, and it's not because I have a code. I do have a code with them, 20% off if you want to use it with this or any other product. I really do love their eyeshadow formula, especially these eyeshadows. They're really, really nice. Now, this isn't a palette that you've never seen, let's get real. But I love how they set up everything. This mint green shade really, really pops. It's stunning to put on the inner corner. It's great to use on the lids. I love the fact that we also get this highlighter here. It's like a 4-in-1 situation. The highlighters are up there. If you've never tried them, wow. So you could use each highlighter separately depending on your skin tone. You can mix all of these together. I'm actually wearing these 2 shades on my face today. So if you like how my face looks, it is this. The blush in here is It's also the blush that I'm wearing on my face today. And then okay, this earring just fell because I forgot to put the backs on them and I didn't want to get them all the way from the bathroom, so we're taking them off. But yeah, this bronzer right here is really stunning as well. It's like the perfect medium. It's not too dark, it's not too light. It's very versatile in a way where if you have a deeper skin tone, you can go heavy-handed and it looks good. But if you have a light skin tone, you could still make that work for you. I think overall this is beautiful. I love the concept, I love the whole vibe, and I would say it's definitely one of my favorites thus far. Next up, I have this Vegan Milk Cleanser by Milk Makeup. This is really, really nice. You guys can see I finished off the whole thing. So it is in my empties bin. I love this. I purchased it from Sephora for the full price tag. I want to say over a year ago or within the past year. We did find this at TJ Maxx and Marshalls, but I did purchase it from Sephora. I love this. I find that you need a drop so it lasts such a long time. Literally a pea size. It lathers up beautifully. It doesn't strip the skin. It makes your face look and feel radiant and vibrant, and it just feels clean, squeaky clean, and very soft. Of course, you know, if you can get it at a bargain at TJ Maxx and Marshalls, definitely, but I would even say it is worth the full price tag that Sephora is selling it at. I usually do have a few cleansers in my bathroom, and I rotate with like all of them, but I will say when this was there, this was really the first one that I would like, okay, grab and go, because I just loved how I just loved how it worked on the skin. So definitely one that is up there. Love. This right here is a newer product. I showcased this in my e.l.f. haul and I did a little demo there for you guys, kind of applying it on my face. It's the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. I am wearing it on my face today, and I have to say I really, really like it. I did purchase it on my own in the shade Light 210, and it is pretty good. It's a drop bit too dark, but it still works out pretty well. The reason why I really like this is because it is a full coverage foundation, I would say, or CC cream, but it doesn't feel heavy or thick on the skin. It really covers up everything with like one application. I'm like doing a beauty blender motion. I don't find that you need to necessarily use a ton of this. I pretty much use about a pump, sometimes a little bit less, and it works out well. You can also go light with this if you want to, just use a drop, but I usually like to use this when I'm going for the full-fledged look, and I feel like it just looks really nice and youthful on the skin, you know? It is a bit pricey, I would say. For e.l.f. it was $14, and I'm just kind of like surprised that like drugstore prices are so high now, because it's like, is it really drugstore? Like, what is the like cutoff point where it's like not drugstore anymore? I don't know. I know that it's supposed to be maybe like a dupe for the It Cosmetics CC cream. I want to say the It Cosmetics CC cream maybe has more of like a hydrating feel to it. This one doesn't necessarily have that, but it still works out really, really well for my dry skin, and I love it. So definitely one that I've been enjoying for a little bit now. Next up, I have this right here from Shiseido. This is the Wrinkle Resistant Pure Retinol Express Smoothing Eye Mask. I definitely had to showcase this here because it was kind of pricey for like what you get, and I wanted to keep you guys posted, of course. This right here is an item that I picked up during the Sephora VIB sale. I think that this was around $15. Now, I guess not that much, but considering the fact that we only get 3 masks in here, it is a bit up there, because usually under eye gels and masks are much more affordable, you know? But I wanted to give these a go because, you know what I'm saying, I have crow's feet, I have wrinkles under my eyes, all of that, so I figured this might help. You do leave on the masks for 15 minutes. This is how they come packaged. Each pack has 1 set of like eye masks. Firstly, they did have a really, really nice scent to them, kind of spot-like in a way, not irritating, not overpowering, just perfect, I would say, so I loved that. I also really loved that these were more of like a fabric kind of eye mask, like it was an actual, like it wasn't a jelly mask, it was like a fabric one. And I also love the fact that it actually went all the way up to here, so it went from here to here. Usually the under eye gel masks, I find that they usually go from here to here, and this one, like I said, it goes from here to like over here, which is great because I see an instant difference right away. Not necessarily, I'm not gonna lie, is that even a thing? Like, could that even be a possible thing? There is definitely something very unique about these, and I would definitely go ahead and repurchase because I just loved it. Did something for my under eye. I don't know exactly what it did, but it definitely did something. And I want to say I like these more than the jelly eye masks. I like the jelly ones for sure. I have a few that I really enjoy, but these are very, very good. I would recommend. Next, I have 3 mascaras to share with you guys. So the first one is the Large Lash Mascara here by Pixi. So this is a nice one. It's not my ultimate favorite. It does have a natural bristled wand to it. It is more on the fluffier side. And what I realized with this one is if you use it on its own, it gives you like a nice natural lash effect. So maybe great for a day-to-day basis. I would say it builds up nicely, but not to the extent that I personally like. So with this one, I felt like it was just a really good pairing mascara. I love pairing this with the Marc Jacobs mascara, the Essence mascara, really any mascara, and it does take it up a notch. So I don't love this, but I don't hate this. I would say it's in between for me. Next, I have the Damn Girl mascara here from Too Faced. This right here is definitely not worth, I want to say, the $22, $24 price tag. The packaging is pretty cool, so I do like that, and I love their other mascara, but the wand on this is huge, like huge, and I really, really love like big wands because I feel like it really adds that like fluffy effect to the eyes. Plus, I do have larger eyes, so it works, you know, but this one is just like way too huge. It did somewhat make my lashes look pretty nice, but to get to that point, it did take some time because the wand is so big, and it just kind of makes the whole process like 10 times more difficult and annoying, I would say. Plus, then everything gets messy and goes in your eyelids. So okay mascara, maybe if you put a different wand in there, it would work out nicely, but I would say if you're looking to spend the 20 something bucks on a mascara, this is probably not your best bet. And then the next mascara I have here is the Pillow Talk Push Up Lashes here by Charlotte Tilbury. This right here, well, the Too Faced one I think I got in an advent calendar or something, I want to say. I probably purchased it, something like that. They didn't send it over. But then I have the Charlotte Tilbury one. This is the Pillow Talk Push Up Lashes that I got in their advent calendar. I never owned this mascara, so I was so happy that it was included in the advent calendar. And I have to say, I really, really do like it. The wand, it's a rubber bristled wand, and I don't know, you guys can see here what the shape is. Very interesting. It's thin, so it definitely coats most of the lashes really, really nicely. It's very black, and it kind of gives you that like doll-like lash effect, I would say. I really enjoyed it a ton. I don't know how much the full-size mascara is, but I will say I do really enjoy this. If you can get it as a freebie or try the deluxe size, I think it's definitely worth it. Very black, doesn't irritate the eye, doesn't flake. I would say it gives you length, volume, and just everything you want in lashes. This is really, really good. I love it. Next, I wanted to speak to you guys about this foundation here by NARS. This is the Soft Matte Foundation. This was sent to me by Sephora, and I have to say I really do enjoy this. It gives you full coverage, and it's so interesting because I have like a little bit of darkness under my eye, so when I put this like on my face, you can see like this is like pure smoothness, and then I have like darkness there, you know, so you can really see that it really covers up so much. I want to say it is maybe somewhat similar to the e.l.f. one. I feel like I kind of get the same vibe with both. Yeah, I feel like with the NARS one, after some time, it kind of like breaks up over here at my smile lines for me personally. I don't have that necessarily with the e.l.f. one. And then also with the NARS one, I actually ended up seeing my mother the day that I was wearing this one of the times, and she was like, your foundation looks too much. And I was like, excuse me? You know what I'm saying? I was like, what? She's like, it just looks very heavy. You could see every single like pore kind of thing. So I felt like this didn't necessarily do such a good job with hiding that. This one does a little bit more of that, I want to say. I still really like how it looks on the skin. It gives you that like full coverage look. Maybe if I use like a pore filling powder, it would probably look much more smoother. I will say the best way I found to use it is with a beauty blender. With a brush, I feel like it just looks very thick on, and you really have to like work this into the skin because it could look very heavy. Do you know what I mean? So I like this for those full coverage days. Do I think it's necessarily worth the $40-something price tag? No. If you don't want to spend that kind of amount, honestly, I feel like this pretty much does the same. And maybe even looks better. Plus, it's more affordable. SPF 30. The list goes on and on. Okay, next up I had this right here from Beauty Bakery. This is the Breakfast in Bed eyeshadow palette. I think that I got this in BoxyCharm or Ipsy, one of those. And highly disappointed with this. I'm actually going to throw up a pic of how this palette looks when you use it. The fallout and the pieciness, the kick up is unreal. And a lot of the times, like, you'll have that with eyeshadows and it's fine, I would say, if the shadow works out nicely. Like, I know Liora shadows, they do have a lot of like powderiness, but this right here had powderiness, pieciness, flakiness, chalkiness, everything. It felt so cheap, and I was like, is this Beauty Bakery? Because I heard so many great things about their brand. I'm not gonna judge their brand based on this but this is a definite fail. It's what I have on my eyes today, but don't be fooled. This took forever to create. There was major fallout, and I always do my face before my eyes, and it looked terrible. It looked terrible. I had to wipe everything off. It was a whole ordeal. Definitely not feeling this. The shadows are also very thin in consistency. They barely pick up on the brush, and when you kind of tap off the brush, like the excess on the brush from the powder, you barely have any pigment on the actual eye. So you need to go in like 63 times. 63, not 64. 63 times to actually get like something on the eye. Definitely one I would not recommend, even if it's on sale. It's in the mattes. Terrible, and then the metallics also very thin in consistency. They barely pick up on the eye. I'm so upset with this one. They don't work well when you put them on your finger to apply on the eye, and then with the brush especially, forget about it. Like, no. It is vegan, so that's amazing, and I believe it is cruelty free, but it is also made in China, so that's a little bit of info for you guys. This is gonna be a no, absolutely. Next up, I had this right here from Kaja, and this has been in my collection for quite some time. I just never kept you guys posted, and I did want to because I actually really like this. I love Kaja as a brand. Kaja, and so far all the items that I've used from them I really do enjoy. So this right here is one that I purchased on my own. It's one of their bronzers in 02 Toasty. Actually, one of my subscribers, Angela, told me about this, and I was like, again, I need to get my butt on it ASAP. I do love the whole concept of this. Basically, you take the spongy, dip it into the cushion bronzer, and then apply it on the face. I love the formula of this bronzer. It's really good. It blends out amazingly. It gives you that nice sun-kissed look, but I hate applying it with this. This is just like, it's for the cutesiness. It really doesn't like blend out for nothing. Sometimes I will like dip it in here and then apply it on the cheeks just to kind of what's it called, outline where I want to actually put the product, and then blend it out with an actual beauty blender. But this spongy is just, again, just for the cutesiness, doesn't really do anything, but the bronzer is really, really nice for a cream bronzer. Blends out so quickly. You can build up, you can make it look more natural, and I just love what it does for my skin. Next, I have this brow microfilling pen here by Benefit. This right here was sent to me through Ulta. Very thankful for that, but unfortunately, this right here fell a little bit too short for me. I thought it was okay, but once I used the ABH like brow pen, I was like, there's no way I'm turning back from that one. I like the ABH one mainly because it's much more pigmented, but it's not scary pigmented where it's like, whoa, oh my gosh, what did I just do? It just works out amazingly. This right here is so not pigmented where it takes like 1,000 strokes, and then even after applied on the actual brows, it doesn't even look like that brow filling effect because it just looks like I tried to color in my brows a billion times to get something to come out kind of thing, you know, and this is fairly new. It was like that in the beginning as well. So yeah, I don't necessarily really love this. I love the concept. I think it's really cool that there's the 3 different like little sections here that makes it more like hair-like. But I would say if you are looking for a brow microfilling pen, so far the only ones I've used are these and the ABH one. The ABH one definitely wins my heart over this one. I know that drugstore has recently released a ton, so I definitely need to get on that because my mother is actually also very interested in some of them because she doesn't have very hairy brows, and she's like, can you give me one of these pens? And I'm like, absolutely. So I'll have to definitely test out a few other ones to see what other options we have out there, but this or ABH, definitely the ABH one. Final item that I wanted to speak to you guys about today is this right here from Dior. It's the Backstage Contour Palette. I really, really like this. This was sent to me through Sephora. I've been really just honestly enjoying it to its tea. So I typically like to use these 2 deeper shades. To the most part, this is a nice contouring, this is a nice bronzing shade. From time to time, I'll dip into these 2, but I find that these 2 have a little bit more like a satin formula to them, so I'm not crazy about that, but it still looks pretty good on the skin. Overall, it's just a nice, easy, fast contouring bronzing palette that I've been really enjoying. Can you get the same vibe from other contouring and bronzing like products? Absolutely. Is this an absolute necessity? Probably not, but I will say it is a really, really good one. And if you were wanting to invest in a luxury like contouring bronzing palette, I will say this is very, very nice. Okay, so that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing my thoughts on all of these goodies, and let me know what your experience was with anything that I spoke about in today's video. If you agree or disagree with me, I would absolutely love to know. I think that's pretty much it. Looking forward to reading your comments, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.